There are several topics we can discuss in this episode. Yes, today was the largest day for the stock market since the pandemic. What China does next might send Bitcoin to the moon. BlackRock will soon introduce a revolutionary Bitcoin ETF. Brad Garlinghouse recently gave a speech on the SEC and the overall strategy. Finally, it's out, and I promise that this will completely transform things for XRP holders. The true question, though, are you prepared for what's next? Get ready, because you'll see at the end of this video that XRP appears to have a bright future and why some significant players might. If you're bullish on XRP, I don't want you to notice, so click the like button and let's get started. The price of Bitcoin is 87,350,000. Right now, it's down 41%. Ethereum's price for the last day is 269. It's down right now 1.05% during the previous day. At $244, XRP is maintaining its position as the fourth most valuable cryptocurrency. On the hourly chart, it is up 35% and is trading at a mean, slim $244 total cryptocurrency market cap of $2,832 billion. Albeit it is somewhat in the red and is attempting to show some life. I don't think it's too bad. Check out the crypto shop from this morning's video if you haven't already. Now is your chance to go look everything over and have a cup of coffee. There are over 19 designs total. We have XRP, Bitcoin, and the Donald pump up there. Hold on a minute, you name it. We have the best and most recent designs, people, and they are stunning. Don't forget to have a look. The link is below, cryptoshop.net. The financial markets were completely green, and we had the craziest day. Yes, $1.2 trillion has been added in a single day since the outbreak. This is completely crazy. This is encouraging, and the cryptocurrency market will follow people for days to come. Remember that we are on a bull run in the cryptocurrency space. The stock market is rising as we enter a bull market. Because it's in the stock, the cryptocurrency market will follow the big money market, and the big money will enter the cryptocurrency market when it breaks in. Bitcoin will soon be sent to the moon from China. According to a Hong Kong ETF insider, the Chinese government is currently covertly investing heavily in cryptocurrency. People, you are aware that President Trump will not allow China to get an advantage in this crypto race, this crypto war, or whatever else we choose to do, similar to the race you have witnessed. Trump will do all in his power to maintain his position and take the initiative in this situation. If China is doing it, he will do it 10 times. Better 10 times larger. Take note of what I say. After watching this video, I want to discuss what BlackRock is doing, because there has been a lot of conjecture about their whereabouts and whether they are entering space. Moving forward, Hong Kong's current push is an indication that trading in cryptocurrency may come to the mainland, which would obviously be very beneficial. That is an intriguing topic for the market. As you are aware, Hong Kong serves as the entry point to the Chinese mainland market and is frequently utilized as a test site for new industries, sectors, or economies. Based on our discussions with the regulators, I believe that we will conduct a regular exchange of funds in Hong Kong. In a sense, they are making every effort to use one nation, two systems as an experiment. If it works out, I believe the mainland Chinese government will reevaluate its stance on the cryptocurrency and web streaming sector. Do you believe that to be inevitable? The mainland government will undoubtedly reinstate cryptocurrency, but as far as I can tell, it will take some time before the government sends a clear message. Our discussions with the professionals in the mainland, and related actual sources, they're probably looking now at the market and observe what's happening in other nations, i.e., in the Web3 industries, and then they might give it their all. There you have it. You can see it. It will be obvious that China is getting involved. You see, Trump will follow closely behind China if it is doing it. To ensure that the United States sets the standard for, many people asked, was he only discussing Bitcoin to win votes here? Was he merely there to make a show of trying to appeal to the younger generation to garner votes to enter the office? If so, what did it take? We'll find out now. It took Trump, 7 weeks to start becoming seriously involved in the crypto game. BlackRock is introducing a Bitcoin ETF with a Swiss foundation in Europe. Everyone has been inquiring. Everybody has been wondering where BlackRock is and why. Although BlackRock hasn't entered the cryptocurrency industry yet, it plans to do so soon. I firmly believe that I made the prediction before. I think BlackRock will submit an XRP ETF last, but they will be the first to receive approval from BlackRock and are actively taking action in this situation, rather than just watching from the outside. Recognize that in the background, they will bring millions of dollars, if not billions, to the cryptocurrency markets, and many people are simply sleeping on it without understanding. Brad Garlinghouse provides us with this information about what is truly happening outside. Let's listen to Brad before the SEC ends its inquiry into the cryptocurrency company Ripple. So, let's discuss Ripple's now. Their plan for cross-border payments, their strategic plan, or Ripple's master plan, and how they will approach the remainder of this year to move them closer to 2030. Everything they have been doing behind the scenes and who they are. Listen up, I'm working with you. Thank you very much. It's wonderful to be back here. It's good to see you. Congratulations. Action taken by the SEC. What is made possible by this? At this time, you should say something like, thank you. Congratulations to the entire industry in a bunch of ways, as you know. Ripple is one of the first cryptocurrency companies to be sued by the SEC. When it first started, we predicted that the SEC would be on the wrong side of history and the law. It took longer than we would have liked to sort that out and more than $150 million in legal bills, but we are thrilled with the final result, which enables us to unlock the U.S. market, which has been hostile and has presented many obstacles for the entire crypto industry. Yes, for sure, and we saw investors react to it, XRP, observing an increase in the past week. But Brad, I'd like to know what you think Japanese banks might be planning to do. What can you tell us about Ripple's growth story in terms of XRP adoption? Overseas, you search everywhere. Approximately 95% of Ripple's current clients are non-U.S. financial institutions, which include some of the biggest financial institutions like HSBC and BBVA, as well as payment providers you might not have heard of. This is because, after the U.S. government filed a lawsuit, we were essentially frozen in the U.S. market. I believe you are familiar with markets such as Japan that are continuing to open their markets. There is a huge opportunity here. Trillions of dollars are moving across borders all over the world, and if you will, the SWIFT network still controls a large portion of it. That's architecture, a technology architecture that was created 50 years ago, and there is a chance to modernize, but it takes time, especially when there is a government. There you have it. Now is the time to modernize it. We turn around and take a look. That tweet mentioning SWIFT and discussing forming a collaboration with Ripple would only make sense at this point. We haven't been sitting on our hands, though, when we consider Ripple's overall strategy and their actions. Awaiting clarification in the United States, instead, they went out and attacked all these other nations and central banks, and they managed to get them on board. As a result, when they eventually received approval in the U.S., that was going to be the final step, the final component to arrive, and the Bank of America would be the last to arrive once the U.S. was connected. You can get all of your ETFs in the U.S. with PNC. There are currently roughly 18 of them. We're talking about institutional and big retail FOMO, which will particularly affect XRP. Why is XRP going to overtake all other options for remits in the U.S. markets, drawing millions of users from other markets? And see, it's less expensive, it works, and is quicker. In reality, it's technology that functions without posing a counterparty risk. If a sizable portion of XRP is locked in institutional holdings during a supply shock or liquidity crisis, the amount of XRP in circulation will decrease. In this case, Fidelity is all jumping in and getting a piece of this, seizing a chunk of XRP. What do you suppose transpired? The amount of circulating supplies is decreased. Long-term holders will refuse to sell if there is less XRP available on the market, which will result in a supply squeeze. Why would a whale do this? The price is driven by market makers, whom we discuss a lot on this channel, because long-term holders sell at 15 or 10 if they think this will be 5,200, but they won't. As a result, their holdings are being locked up, causing a supply squeeze out there and an extra piece of trading volume to surge. This is all to meet the demand, people, coming, and after that, we'll discuss the central bank digital currency, CBDC, and stablecoins that represent gold's real estate, which is currently happening in Japan as well. Make use of the DeFi liquidity pools for XRP securities. Utilizing XRP as security, the ideal. There will be a storm soon.